Well, in this video, I'm working on a boat trailer. I'm doing a lot of work to this trailer, and I've come to the point in the build where I need to put the winch on. And the winch that was on here was old and worn out. It was a rope winch, and I just went ahead and threw it in the garbage. I've got one on the shelf that I plan on putting on here. These things are super sort of adjustable. I have yet to find a boat winch that would not mount up to a boat trailer. The one that I'm going to be putting on is this one here. Now this one, you'll notice, it's Shoreline Marine. That's the brand on it. That either came from Walmart or Amazon. You see that plate? It's got multiple holes. You got a lot of different options for mounting to different trailers. Now that winch was on this trailer for about 3 years, and I lost a clip on it one day, and rather than hunting for a clip, I just went ahead and put a new winch on. So this winch has only been on here for this spring, but I believe this is a Reese brand, and you can tell it also has multiple holes to give you many options to mount it. There's not a whole lot of difference when you're looking for these winches. They're all built about the same. The one thing I will say to watch out for is depending on the thickness of the bow eye on your boat, you may want to keep the thickness of that eye in mind when you're buying your winch, because these hooks are not all the same. This hook is a little wider than most. The throat of this hook will accept a thicker ring. So that's really about the only difference that I've ever found on these boat winches. But because it's got so many different holes back here, and because this tower is slotted down the middle, we're gonna have infinite adjustability on this thing. Now, when I had the boat on the trailer and I was mocking things up a few days ago, I had measured where I want to put this thing. I want to put it 1.5 inches down from the top. So I know right where I need to have it. It's got to go right there, and it looks like that slot down there is going to line up, and this hole on top is going to line up. I like my handles on this side. You can put the handle on either side, depending on, maybe you got something weird going on with your boat. You got an anchor up front that's doing something weird. I don't know. But you can put the handles, you could flip this around and mount it this way if you wanted to, and bring this out the bottom if you had to. Your mechanism might kind of be in the way there, but you've got that sort of adjustability to it. 99% of them go on just like so. You got easy access to this mechanism when you're in the boat, and if you're trailering it and you're reaching around if you're reaching down from the front of the boat to reach down to hook yourself up and engage your mechanism, you typically want that mechanism up on top and as easy to get to as possible. So I'm going to grab some hardware. We're going to use 3/8 hardware. That's the diameter of those holes. So we're going to use 3/8 hardware. I'm going to use grade 8 because I have it, and I'm going to use Teflon lock nuts. Now, boat trailers are notorious for vibration, and rattles and vibrations will loosen nuts off big time. So keep in mind, vibration when you're working on your boat trailer, and use Teflon lock nuts or other types of lock nuts, because there's nothing worse than, nuts rattling off and parts falling off your boat trailer when you're going down the road. I'm going to go ahead and just simply stick these through. I'm going to use this backing plate just because I have it, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's mounted. Well, as you can see, I've got it bolted up. And I did some more measuring on the boat, and I've decided that I want to put more down pressure on the front of the boat. I want to pull it down into this front roller a little more. So you can see that the strap is coming off the top of the roll right now. And as we crank it in, we're going sort of a clockwise is bringing it in. I want to pull down more on the front of the boat. So in order to do that, we can pull all the strap off of this winch and reel it all back in the other way. don't know that I've had this one all the way out, but normally they're sewn on here. They're kind of, they could go either way. There we go. So it's sewn on that bolt. You can see there's a through bolt down there. So now, let's see if we flip. Okay, so now we're going counterclockwise and we're bringing it in. The way that these things are made, it doesn't matter, you know, you can go either or. So I'm going to put a little tension on this. As I crank it in, it's going to take me a minute to crank all that back in. They normally have about 20 feet of line on them. So I'm going to go ahead and crank this all in, and I'll show you that it is now coming up off the bottom. And now, if we turn counterclockwise, we're tightening it up. Now I'll have a little better angle on that on that eye that's on the bow of the boat, which will be pulling it down a little tighter into that roller. So I'm a lot happier with that. So that's going to be safer. Safer is better. I hope I helped you with this one, guys. If I did, click that thumbs up button. You want to see more videos of me working on this trailer or the boat that goes on it, click the subscribe button. Until the next time, keep on tinkering.